Good day. I'm Matt, and this is Jerva with the Busted Couch, and we are here to talk about Gravity, starring Sandra Bullock and why can't I think? Clooney, George Clooney. Yes. Why couldn't I think of his name? Something's wrong with my brains. So Gravity
is really, really fucking awesome.
Yep. Should probably go see it immediately in IMAX.
It does every trick that you'll see in any modern day blockbuster. It's in 3D, and it's got the shaky cam, and it does every single thing really, really well. It's just, like, in every facet, it's a well put together movie. The sound design is amazing, the cinematography is absolutely stunning. The weakest part is, like, there's some dialogue is kind of meh. But even then, it's not bad. It's just, it's not the greatest.
Yeah.
And that's really the only negative.
Everything else is...
Yeah, the pacing is perfect because it starts and it's just like, oh my god, this is beautiful. And it's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then until the end credits start. That's the movie.
It's...
There are like 2 scenes where it slows down for a little bit.
Yeah, and like you're always on the edge of your seat, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so well done, and like some of the shots, like you're just like, that was just one shot.
Yeah.
Like you're just thinking, oh my god, that last 15 minutes was one shot.
Yeah. I don't know how they made this movie. Like I know they animated the entire thing beforehand to figure out what they actually had to physically shoot to get the shots and everything and put it together with all the CG, but it is seamless. It is way more seamless than anything ever. You know, when Avatar came out, and it was like, oh my god, this is real CG, it's believable. No, this actual.
This destroys Avatar.
James Cameron is thanked in the closing credits, and there's a reason, because everything that he's always like pushed for in filmmaking for like the past 20-something years is Gravity. And that's also, he's a huge fan of it, because this is what I wanted. It's amazing.
And like some people are saying, like, look at the trailer and they're like, eh.
Yeah, it's like, it's just like buried in space or open water in space or something. And yes, it is a survival movie, so it's in that genre, but that's about the only way that comparison works, because this is a damn good movie.
I have no complaints other than like a little bit of cheesy dialogue, but
the score is great.
Yeah.
The use of the score and when it cuts in and out to like emphasize the fact that they're in space is really awesome.
Yeah, it's never overbearing. Yeah. And then the sound effects are perfect because in space.
Yeah, the use of the effects is really nice.
Not to really spoil anything, but like you'll get like little pieces of the space debris, and then it's like they just start coming more and more. And it's like, oh my god! And it like some of the scenes they ramp you up to 11 really quick. So intense movie, well acted, well shot.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, like, this has been a really good year for amazing cinematography on things that don't exist, because between this and Pacific Rim, that's some of the most beautiful CG.
Yes.
Like, years before, you were lucky as like, that CG doesn't look like a plastic cartoon. It doesn't look like Olympus Has Fallen. Yay, victory. And then compared to this stuff, it's just like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, Olympus Has Fallen. Plot-wise, it's bare bones. It's very basic.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing like complicated about it or anything like that. It's easy to sit and watch, but at the same time not, because it's so intense. That's all about. That's really all I gotta say about the movie. I mean, if you haven't seen it and you didn't really have any plans of going to see it, you're stupid and just go see it. Yeah,
it is absolutely worth seeing. It's worth seeing in 3D. It's worth seeing in IMAX. That's one thing. 3D. This is such a miles above even Avatar.
You don't really advocate 3D at all.
Yeah, because constantly you'll see just like little bits floating in space, and it's like the opening when they were in space in Avatar for an entire movie, and even better.
This is the best 3D I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
So, just to recap,
It's amazing.
yeah, just,
Everything about it is amazing.
it's like the only downside is a little tiny bit of like not too like not so horrible that it ruins the movie, but like just slightly cheesy dialogue, and then everything else about the movie is just top shelf. So yeah, go see it. So that is our spoiler-free review of Gravity. Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, do all that stuff, and we'll see you next time.